Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Drew and you're watching Drew the Theme Park Dude. Today's video I share my predictions and discuss rumors for the future of Epic Universe after it opens next year, 2025, at Universal Orlando Resort. Before I begin, we'd like to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button to support the channel. Now, off to the video. The highly anticipated Epic Universe theme park opens in Orlando, Florida Universal Orlando Resort next year. The park will open with Super Nintendo World, How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, Dark Universe, Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic, and an original hub, Celestial Park, which are clips that you are seeing from right now. These immersive worlds will all have unique rides, attractions, shops, restaurants, and more. I know it's a bit early to speculate about what could come after opening since the park's opening is still over a year away, but some rumors came to light recently, and I have some speculation myself I wanted to share with you all. Now, as for a time frame with these additions, I would not expect to see anything major before 2028-2029 at the earliest, although it is currently rumored a new hotel and Harry Potter dining experience, which are not planned to open with the park, will open within a year or two of the park opening. Let's head over to Super Nintendo World to start with what I believe will be the first park expansion for Universal Epic Universe. Our first rumor comes originally from Alicia Stella's Park Stop, featuring a new interactive dark ride based on the Luigis Mansion game series. This would be built on the expansion pad for Super Nintendo World, with guests taking another warp pipe from Donkey Kong Country. Now, not much is known for this as much of the other rumors, but this seems to be the most well-rounded rumor that I've seen coming up from a lot of different sources in a lot of different places on the internet. It's also a really exciting rumor as Luigi's Mansion is a great game series if you haven't checked it out, and I personally am a huge fan of it. And also, it'd be a great interactive dark ride at Universal Epic Universe. I know we have the Mario Kart ride, but they could do something completely different with this, especially if they wanted to use AR technology, but I don't think they would need to. I think if they used really high-leveled screens and animatronics, they could make a modern version of Men in Black, which is something that I've been hoping for a while now is Men in Black either gets a refurb or they retheme it to Ghostbusters or something. That has just been what I've been hoping for a while over at Universal Studios. So if they could give us a modern version of Men in Black over at Epic Universe with great animatronics and just high tech and stuff we've never seen before, and I would expect the facade, to be the manor and the mansion, and we could even have like maybe a new mini game area similar to the new mini game coming to Donkey Kong Country of Universal Japan. And yeah, just overall, I think this Luigi's Mansion Warp Pipe expansion would be great. And as for time frame wise, like I said, probably 2029, 2030 even at the earliest, because I would not be surprised if Universal just wants to leave Epic Universe as it is for a while and invest in the other parks, just because Epic Universe, everything is brand new. So they don't have to worry, about having to update this or maintaining this. Or while if the other parks are going to have stuff like Lost Continent or Simpsons that desperately need rethemes, which are rumored to be both Zelda and Pokemon, so other Nintendo properties right there. But I think they're just going to, with the success of Super Nintendo World in Japan and Hollywood, and, the guaranteed success of the one coming to Singapore and Epic Universe, I would definitely not be surprised if this expansion gets greenlit almost immediately after opening. Moving on to Dark Universe, we have Creature from the Black Lagoon, a brand new boat ride that is rumored to be coming to Epic Universe sometime after opening. Now, this rumor is very old. This was a rumor that kind of came when the park was announced almost, and it was something that a lot of fans wanted as well, as much as it was a rumor. And I do think some idea of this might have gone to Universal Creative, but who knows. This is just a rumor. And yeah, based upon the classic monsters and taking up the Dark Universe expansion pad, we have a rumored boat ride that seems to be a reincarnation of the classic Jaws attraction that is now defunct at Universal Studios Florida, but still operates over at Universal Japan. Now, this boat ride, we'd probably have like a skipper or, your driver, and they would take you through the lagoon, the Black Lagoon, in this area, which is believed to be where the theater was going to be located. And now they did add a Monsters Wolfman coaster, which was not on the original concept art, but there is still some area in between Nintendo and Monsters that would not be taken up by the Super Nintendo World Luigi's Mansion expansion that would leave room for a Monsters Land expansion. And, what other monster? I would love them to do this. I mean, they could do a Dracula ride based upon that Frankenstein and Wolfman are going to have distinct rides about them. So maybe something Dracula related, maybe like a Dracula coaster, who knows. But I think a boat ride would be very unique, especially at a park that seems to only have one or two water rides at the most within the How to Train Your Dragon area. So having, this nice boat ride, it wouldn't go crazy. I don't think it would have a big drop or anything. It'd be very similar to Draws, maybe with some, splashes or something, but you wouldn't really get wet. But I do think it'd be a really cool addition to Epic Universe and could leave room for a lot of animatronics, cool special effects, maybe a couple cool show scenes. Maybe you go under the water for a scene and you go into like a tunnel with screens, and they could have something like, I feel like there could be a lot of cool stuff they could do with the creature from the Black Lagoon. And yeah, just a rumored attraction that I would personally love to see come to the park. Now, the third rumored expansion for Epic Universe takes us to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic, and that is a second Harry Potter ride. Now, we do know a second Harry Potter ride was confirmed to open with the land originally. Now, from the concept art, that's what it looked like. And then stuff never really went vertical in that area, which made people begin to wonder, was a second attraction going to happen? And the answer is no, as so we thought. So in recent rumors, this idea of the second ride have been coming back to light and could be a future expansion. Now, I would not see this expansion for much later than probably all the other expansions in this video, as the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is going to be huge already when it opens, and there's going to be expansions at the other ones. I could see a studios going with Fear Factor, I could see them expanding that way, and even on an adventure, they'll probably find space to add something, maybe even if they go into Lost Continent, if they don't do the Zelda idea. Now, going back to this, what could we expect in the second ride? Well, this would be more of a thrill ride. Now, we do have the Dark Ride, which is being described as something like Spider-Man and the Universal Ride, Jurassic World Ride from Beijing. Now, both of those together is a pretty thrilling experience, but it's still, pretty moderate. We're going to have huge set pieces, big animatronics. The ride in this land is described to be something that Universal and the world really has never seen. So, I'm very much looking forward to that. But as this new additional ride, there's been some details that have been rumored that they're describing it to be a thrilling experience and have an elevator aspect, similar to Tower of Terror. Now, if this ride would be in the Ministry of Magic or not, there is, I believe, a scene in Fantastic Beasts with like these black dogs or something, and there was a rumor back a while ago that there's like the elevator in that scene that they run to escape, and the ride could be something like that, where it could be like a Tower of Terror Mission Breakout, but more modern, but Harry Potter. And something like that would be really cool, especially at a park that doesn't appear to have any drop rides. So, something like that, especially using the Harry Potter IP, would be a ride that I would be very much excited to see at Epic Universe. Now, here is the final expansion I have for this video. Unlike an expansion to a land, we have a whole new world themed around Lord of the Rings. Now, Lord of the Rings is a franchise that I'm not too familiar with, so I'm not going to talk, about specifics and really what we could expect in terms of rides, other than I just know there's a dragon, so maybe a flying theater would be really cool. But other than that, Lord of the Rings, I know it's a huge IP. I know there's a lot of stuff with it, with TV shows, books, movies, prequel series with the I know it's a huge, huge franchise for Universal, and there is a rumor that Lord of the Rings will be one of the franchises anchoring the new Universal Studios Bedford Park up by London. Now, that is not confirmed, but in the concept art that was shared around, it does appear that Lord of the Rings could be going there, because there's stuff that looks very familiar to the movie. I know, comment down below if you guys know this dude's name. It's the guy with the giant fire eye. I don't really know his name, but there's something that looked very similar to that in the back of this concept art. Now, obviously that was just a rendering, so who knows, but Epic Universe probably will get a major land, and there is one giant expansion pad in between Ministry of Magic and How to Train Your Dragon that could fit a new land in its entirety. Now, will Universal do this, anytime soon? No. This would probably be one of the later editions, even like 2040, but especially when they try to reinvite the franchise and redo stuff with different movies and reboot it, because they probably will eventually. And yes, Lord of the Rings is a Warner Brothers franchise, so who knows, but overall, I think this has a very big chance at making it to the park, and I think it's different enough from Harry Potter that they can market it differently, and I think it. Thank you so much for reaching the end of this video, and if you enjoyed, please remember to massive like and subscribe for future content. Comment down below your ideas for an expansion to Epic Universe after it opens in 2025. Now remember, everything said in this video is a rumor. None of this stuff is confirmed by Universal or even, said by Universal official. This is all from the community and from rumors and just really just what I would like to see at the park as well. I would not be shocked if none of this stuff happens, but also I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of this stuff happens. Now, thank you guys so much for watching, and once again, have a great day, everyone. See ya. Bye.